Yo, hey, what's up, guys? First of all, thanks to everybody who reported the bug, and we got an answer. And I will not show you like screenshots right here, so I'm gonna just tell you what happened. And the thing is, for everybody who actually does not know what's going on, first of all, I'm gonna just show you what actually is the problem. So the boss is just supposed to hit the enfeebled, the guy who has that debuff here. Every skill of him is just saying he will attack him. But we got like, wait, which passive is it? There's so many. Awakened, is it that one? No, it is that passive right here. All the end, it will, if he kills an enemy, he also will attack all enemies. And it counts for every like attack he does. It's okay, I do know that. So if you don't lose a champion, he won't attack all your champions. So every skill is just supposed to attack one champion with the enfeeble debuff, and then if he dies, he will attack the whole group. So you want to do a enfeeble tank and make him survive the whole time to not get attacked on the rest of your team. That's the mechanic of the boss, and of course the stars on your champs will increase that thing, and then that skill has a little bit different. Wait, was it that one? Yeah, it has a little bit a different outcome, and you gotta like keep that number down. But if you do it, and the rest of the mechanic is just A1, not A1, just single target attacks on your enfeeble debuff guy. But we got a problem right here. And we already have an answer. I'm gonna tell you that in a second. So we're gonna do just our basic stuff. And we will make our enfeeble tank unkillable. And we're gonna reset here. And we're gonna cleanse here. And now, still only that guy has the enfeeble debuff. The only thing he can do is right here, attacks one enemy and will prioritize the guy under enfeebled debuff. So just again, he should supposed to attack that guy, and you kind of are unkillable and everything's okay. But right now it changed to an AoE attack, and that was what we are reporting right now. And on the end, the answer was like this: the A1 can trigger this skill right here, the passive right here. That's what we know, but that skill right here is not prioritizing the guy under enfeeble all the time. There are different factors in the game which makes him decide who to attack. Like maybe he decided to attack my Painkeeper. That's why he killed my Painkeeper, and it changed to an AoE. So you just kind of just saw an AoE attack. And that's basically it. So, first of all, I have a question, like, does he avoid unkillable buff? That was my first thing. I thought like, hey, maybe that's okay, but what are the reasons to make this guy decide to attack another guy? Because the skill literally says will prioritizing attacking enemies under an enfeeble debuff. For you as a casual gamer, you read that and you think like, okay, he will only attack this champion right here because he has the debuff. But for some reason it decides to attack another guy on your... That is kind of a bug. If it wouldn't be a bug if they just tell us here for some reason attacks one enemy, will prioritize enfeeble debuff, but also can attack randomized characters under certain, you know what I mean. But they just not telling us. And yeah, I thought like maybe it is actually the unkillable. But I already made a video. I'm gonna show you. That was my video about Paragon doing it to reach stage 25, and it worked 100% for me. Like I stay true to my words. I'm gonna tell you that works. For some reason with Paragon it works, with Nullhorn it didn't work. So people told me like maybe it is because you don't have actually HP left. You are on 1 HP and the boss maybe decides to just not attack him or something like that. But we have the same situation on our Paragon right here. He is just, I skipped a little bit forward, and he's literally just unkillable. He has the same effect as a Nullhorn in my comp, just giving himself, I pressed manual and gave him the unkillable buff. And the boss just decided to attack Paragon over and over and over again. And the funny thing is, the same gear that Paragon has right here in this video, the same gear I just used to put it on my Nullhorn. It's exactly the same, nothing changed. The concept of the team is still the same. We have the same buffs, like Mithrala buffs and Pythium buffs. I tried that, the same comp I showed you right here where the bug occurred. With Pythion, I tried it with Mithrala, I tried it with Runeskeeper. They have all kind of a little bit different buffs, but I died every time. But there's something wrong because Paragon can actually survive and make the comp like I wanted it to be, but Nullhorn just can't. But also some people told me like that occurred when they used the Paragon thing, and it is clearly a bug for us, but they're just saying the A1 can target different champions, but the A1 says it will attack enemies under the enfeeble debuff. So at the moment, something is wrong. The description, the programming, or something is really wrong on that thing, and for some reason it sounds for me like they're just let it roll like that. Just let it be like that, and it's okay. For some people can actually do it. I know we can actually, in a couple days or something, we can actually just nut the thing down with the G-nut. Yes, we can do it. But it is also great if you just can like read the skills, think of a strategy, and it actually does what the skill says. That's the thing about a strategy game. You have to just think about what you do, then you try out stuff, and then you figure out a strategy. But if something like that happens, we don't know the rule when he's gonna attack somebody else. What if you have a Mountain King? He's your enfeeble tank, and then he decides randomly to attack another guy because the other champion looks juicier, but for some reason the 10 turns before that champion didn't look juicier. What changed? And I really do hate stuff like that when you simply see a bug and it something is wrong, just fix it. But they sound like they're not gonna change anything. And they also, another part was they talked about the visual glitch first of all. Like the respawns was first of all about the visual glitch. I have no idea what they mean. Like sometimes I think the boss does an animation of a skill that is an animation of another skill or something. But to be honest, we haven't programmed the thing. We don't know what should look like it's supposed to be. And yeah, I don't think they're gonna change something. It sounded like yes, that we are well aware of that, and it is how it is. Please guys, if you can, just make it a more public thing. I know I'm a small YouTuber and probably not many people will watch me and listen to my stuff, but on the end we need it. We actually need it. This dungeon is kind of broken. We don't know what's actually happening, and that's the worst what you can do in a dungeon. You don't know what is happening. Why is the boss acting like he's acting? Like why? Well, okay, let's read the description. And you read, and there's so many things in here, and you read it all, and you're like, no, I'm not dumb. Am I dumb? Am I missing something? What the hell is going? That was the first thing I was like thinking. Am I dumb? Like, okay, let's make a video. Maybe people can see more than I do, and it turned out no, nobody came up with a solution. Plariums said themselves like, hey, it is not a bug, it is like it's supposed to be. That's what I read out of the messages, and yeah, I'm really disappointed. Every time they bring up the new dungeon and something, and every time there's something so cheesy, so abusable, so mind hurting, like Hydra. They fixed after like 2 years a Hydra bug, and everybody couldn't do Hydra anymore. Like, what are you doing sometimes? Like, it isn't so hard. It is not so hard to program it. Maybe it's hard to make it look like that and all the background and stuff. But the programming about like a couple skills they act with each other is not so hard as you might think. And yeah, I hope they're gonna fix it. We can change something. That was all about the video today, and I wish you just a great day.